देवराज्य सेव्यमान पावनाग्रि पंकजम् व्यालयज्ञसूत्रमिन्दुशेखरं कृपाकरम् देवराज्य नारदादियोगिवृन्दवन्दितं दिगम्बरम् काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे भानुकोटिभास्वरं भवाब्धितारकं परम् नीलकण्ठम् कालकालमम्बुजाक्षमक्षशूलमक्षरम् काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे दण्डपाणिमादिकारणम् श्यामकायमादिदेवमक्षरं निरामयम् भीमविक्रमं प्रभुविचित्रताण्डवप्रियं काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे मुक्तिदायकं प्रशस्तचारुविग्रहम् भक्तवत्सलं स्थितं समस्तलोकविग्रहम् विनिक्वणन् मनोज्ञहेमकिङ्किणं लसत्कृतिं काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे धर्मसेतुपालकं त्वधर्ममार्गनाशकम् कर्मपाशमोचकं सुशर्मदायकं विभुम् स्वर्णवर्णशेषपाशशोभिताङ्गमण्डलं काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे रत्नपादुका प्रभाभिरामपादयुग्मकम् नित्यमद्वितीयमिष्टदैवतं निरञ्जनम् मृत्युदर्पनाशनं करालदष्टमोक्षणं काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे पद्मजाण्डकोशसन्ततिम् दृष्टिपातनष्टपापजालमुग्रशासनम् अष्टसिद्धिदायकं कपालमालिकन्धरं काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे भूतसङ्घनायकं विशालकीर्तिदायकम् काशीवासलोकपुण्यपापशोधकं विभुम् नीतिमार्गगोविन्दं पुरातनं जगत्पतिं काशिकापुराधिनाथ भैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे कालभैरवाष्टकं पठन्ति ये मनोहरम् ज्ञानमुक्तिसाधनं विचित्रपुण्यवर्धनम् शोकमोहदैन्यलोभकोपतापनाशनं ते प्रयान्ति कालभैरवाग्रिसन्धिते ध्रुवम् काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे काशिकापुराधिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे इति श्रीमच्छङ्कराचार्य विरचितं श्रीकालभैरवाष्टकं स्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम् साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Jai Shri Mataji, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday's evening meeting here in England, the Heart. So today is the Ashtami, it's the 8th phase of the waning moon in the month of Kartik. And it's on this day that we celebrate the Kala Bhairava Jayanti, the birthday of Sri Kala Bhairava. This day is also known as Bhairavashtami or Kala Bhairavashtami, when Sri Shiva took his most fierce manifestation as Lord Kala Bhairav. Sri Kala Bhairav is the supreme ruler of Kal, which is time, as everything that is present in this world dissolves and perishes with time. By controlling time, Lord Bhairava controls death itself. He's also known as Digambara, the control of the 10 directions or cardinal points of the universe. The incarnation of Sri Kala Bhairava is described in chapter 8 of the Shiva Mahapuran. And it's where Lord Brahma proclaimed himself to be the supreme God. And on hearing this, Lord Vishnu chastised Lord Brahma for his hasty and overconfident words. After much dispute, they appealed to the testimony of the 4 Vedas, who unanimously proclaimed Rudra, Lord Shiva, as the ultimate truth of the universe. Both Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma were unable to accept this reality, and Brahma scornfully laughed and mocked at this ultimate truth. Just then, an immense pillar of flames manifested within their midst, within which was recognized the towering figure of the 3-eyed Rudra bearing trident, serpent, and crescent moon. But the 5th head of Brahma taunted the Supreme Lord further. Overflowing with anger, Lord Shiva created Purusha Bhairava, blazing in great brilliance. Sri Shiva spoke lovingly, O Kala Bhairav, at the outset, this lotus-born Brahma shall be chastised by you. You shine like the god of death, hence you are Kala Raja. You are Bhairava because you are of terrifying features and you are capable of supporting the universe. Since even Kal is afraid of you, you are called Kala Bhairav. When you are angry, you are suppressing the wicked souls. Hence, you will be known everywhere as the suppressor of the wicked. Since you will be devouring the sins of devotees, your name will be famous as the eater of sin. O Kala Raja, you are forever, and you will forever have sovereignty over the city of Kashi, the city of liberation, which is greater than all other cities. You alone will be the chastiser of sins there. After receiving all these boons, Lord Kala Bhairava ripped off the 5th head of Brahma with the tip of the nail of his left thumb. Seeing this, the terrified Vishnu eulogized Lord Shiva and devoutly recited his sacred hymns, followed in this by the repentant Brahma. Thus, in an instant, both were divested of their pride. Coming to know this, Sri Mahadeva, Lord Shiva, became delighted and assured them of his protection. There's just a little bit about the incarnation of Kala Bhairava from the Shiva Mahapuran. So let us, each of us individually in our hearts, ask Sri Mataji's permission to meditate collectively on her Sri Kala Bhairava form. Let us start by raising Kundalini and placing Bandhan. Let's take the Maha Mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini
Now perhaps we do not.
Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let's bring the attention into the Muladhara chakra. Shri Mataji mentioned in the 1989 Bhairava Puja that Sri Bhairava is very much connected with Sri Ganesha. And in a 1982 talk to doctors in Derby, Shri Mataji said, to worship Bhairava, only children can do it. So let us pray to Sri Ganesha to awaken the pure childlike innocence within us, so that we may be worthy of worshipping our Divine Mother in her form as Sri Kala Bhairav. Let's take Sri Ganesh mantra once. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha.
So what happened to Lav and Kush when they were born? Lav and Kush, when their mother disappeared in the Mother Earth, and the father, they were little annoyed with them, went in the north. One went to Caucasus, another went to China. Lav went to Caucasus, and from there he became a very powerful king in Russia. Love ruled there for years together, and about 400 years back, his very distant descendants flew away from there, went to Iran, where there's a goddess Hindolika's temple is there, which is all described in the Puranas, where they used to worship goddess Hindolika. From there they came down and spread all over. It's a big story. Then Kush went to China. That's how you have Kushan in China. And Chinese language is very much near Sanskrit. It's very interesting to see how the spirituality spread into these countries and then how it died out. All these things happened, but then they were born again and again. They were born as Mahavira and Buddha. They are the same. They were born as Markandeya. They were born as Kabira, as Adi Shankaracharya. It was Buddha who was born as Adi Shankaracharya, just to correct himself. Buddha was shocked the way people were going towards Nirakara, that he had to be born as Shankaracharya to tell people, oh God, what are you doing? It was only Buddha who came to correct himself as Shankaracharya. It is so surprising that people are fighting. Buddhists and Hindus are great enemies of each other. But they do not know that the person who really re-established Hinduism was the same who established Buddhism. So imagine the same personality coming again and again on this earth, tries to correct his disciples, again finds that there are two groups he has created. It's a big problem. Now Mahavira also was one of them who was born again and again, and he was Markandeya and he was Kabira. The way Kabira lashes people, you can see that he's tremendous. He's like Bhairava. And the power of Bhairava, Kabira has used in his language.
Ganesha is the one, when he gets angry, the first thing you get is cancer. So be careful, I'm warning you. Don't try these tricks anymore. Try to improve your spirituality so that you can enjoy the joy of Sri Ganesha. This is one side. The second side is that to keep Sri Ganesha intact, we have to have certain maryadas. Everybody must have certain maryadas. Like that, I would say that I will ask a lady to put her hand even up to my heart point from the front. But I would not ask a man to do that, because there is a maryada. If you are a man, you are not supposed to touch my front side, but you can touch my back side. There are maryadas for everything. And if you do not observe these maryadas or these boundaries, then you are apt to get out of it, despite the fact that you are pure. And you might create a problem unnecessarily. I'll give a very good example of Sri Mahavir, who was the incarnation of Bhairava. Himself, Bhairava took on this birth. And to Bhairava, what is cloth, what is dress? I mean, he is a person. To him, the whole universe is his clothes, or the whole directions are his clothes. He is a Digambar. To him, what does it matter? He is so innocent. He is absolute innocence himself. And the innocence that is destructive, that will destroy. Through him only you get your cancer when you start misbehaving. So he is such a simple man like him, in the sense that he never knew what was impurity, who didn't know what sin was. Such a personality came on this earth to teach people to be innocent, to be dharmic, to be good.
So now for you, I know you are very fond of horse racing, so I am putting you onto a race. You have to come up, all of you can, because you have the greatest asset which no one has, that you are born in England, where people like William Blake was born. It was Bhairava himself who took birth. He could not take birth anywhere else, but here he took birth. Who described this house, who described my house, who has said everything about Sarjuga. And he said that men of God will become prophets and they will have powers to make other prophets. Have we become prophets now? The powers are not there. You can prophesy. Powers are not there because you are lost in all these frivolous, stupid, nonsensical things. Mantras are not working. Your prophetic powers are not there. Your Kundalini powers are not there. Powers are not working. Weak instrument. Make it all right. Systematize it. You have the greatest advantage. I tell you, you have the greatest advantage. And that's why I call this meeting now. I've been to this ashram so many times. I have never been to any such ashram. I've lived here the most of my time. Nowhere in the world I've lived like this. Australia, I've been there only thrice, I think. And now things should not be taken for granted. Of course, spreading of Sahaja Yoga is important, but ascent is also very important.
This Anandini Shakti of Mahakali was acting so beautifully yesterday. And you are the people who will now guide or misguide them. If you become, all of you become higher personalities, if you become collective, all of you, and if you become generous, and if you become absolutely pure, they will say, now look at these people, how beautiful they look. You already look very beautiful. Your faces shine, but it will all disappear. And the effects of disappearance are not very simple. So be careful. I, of course, bless you with all the qualities of Bhairava, as he is the greatest disciple of Mahakali. And he is the one who is running up and down morning till evening every time, especially in the night. He is working so very hard, killing those horrible Rakshasas, this, that, and achieving such results. We have to join him, all of us, and work it out. May God bless you.
So let's put our attention on the Ida Nadi. Let's take the full mantra of Sri Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Bhairava Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Take the 21 holy names of Sri Bhairava in the short form. So you are the great, all-pervading, all-powerful Bhairava, Sri Maha Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Maha Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the ever young. You are ever young. You appear as a young boy, Shri Batuka Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Batuka Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the seer, perfect and powerful, Shri Siddha Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Siddha Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are adorned with skeletons, Shri Kankala Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kankala Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the dark-hued Lord of death and time, Shri Kala Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kala Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the fire of destruction, Shri Kalagni Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalagni Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the Lord of the divine union, Shri Yoga Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Yoga Bhairava Namo Namaha. By the Almighty Lord endowed with great power, Shri Shakti Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shakti Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the Lord of divine bliss, Shri Ananda Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ananda Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are bright like the sun, Shri Martanda Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Martanda Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the Lord of absolute purity, Shri Gaura Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gaura Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the mighty Lord who appears as a child, Shri Bala Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bala Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the celibate youth, Shri Batu Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Batu Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the Lord of all cremation grounds and cemeteries, Shri Smashana Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Smashana Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the ancient Lord, Shri Pura Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Pura Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the Lord of ever youthful vigor, Shri Taruna Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Taruna Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the supreme bliss, Shri Paramananda Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Paramananda Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the Lord who pleases the gods, Shri Surananda Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Surananda Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the bliss of divine knowledge, Shri Jnanananda Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jnananda Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the supreme ecstasy, Shri Uttamananda Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Uttamananda Bhairava Namo Namaha. You are the nectar of divine bliss. In full mantra we'll take Shri Amrutananda Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Amrutananda Bhairava Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let's just take the mantra of Shri Mahakali Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairava Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let us bring our attention to the center heart and to the heart level itself. As we know, Shri Bhairava is intrinsically linked to all three aspects of the heart chakra. In a 1986 Hindi talk to doctors in New Delhi, Shri Mataji said that you have to understand the deities. Now, who's on the left side? Left side is Mahabhairava and Mahaganesha. Now, where do the powers of Mahabhairava come from? From center heart, as they are called antibodies. Antibodies are indeed the power of Mahaganesha. Linda Williams also, in a video that she made about William Blake, told us that Shri Mataji had said to her that the poem that Blake had wrote had written Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright, was about the Vahana, the conveyance of Sri Durga. So this is a talk from Shuddhi Camps. It's in the inauguration talk at Shuddhi Camps in 1986. No, Christine, this is the wrong one. It's the one before then. There's no sound on the video at the moment.
I hope now, today, you will all promise me that every morning you are going to meditate. Every morning, everyone, no excuses. You are not going to excuse yourself. Unless and until you meditate, I cannot do what I want to do in Shuddhi Park. No laziness, no excuses, no telling lies, not deceiving yourself. All of you are going to meditate. That is one promise. And the rest I'll look after. The rest I will look after. You just decide to meditate every day. Every day. That's one more thing you have to give me, is the promise that you will all meditate every day in the morning time. And evening time, if you do foot soaking, is good for you, not for me. Everything so spontaneous, so beautiful, how it has worked out. Now, to end it up, I'll give you a very good example of manifestation of another miracle that has taken place, how it works out. We have bought a plot of land of 42 acres in Vaitarna for the education of children. And the Bombay people went there and planted some 300 trees, and also they had a paddy farming started there. Before the school starts, they thought something should be done about it. But the villagers around would bring their cattle, their cows and their goats and all of them to graze in that ground. So they got very much worried. And the Sir Yogis in Vaitarna also said that you shouldn't do this, this is mother's land. Again they had a meeting of the villagers, they told this is mother's land, you better not come here. They wouldn't listen to that. And one day suddenly, in the daytime, a very big tiger appeared, very big tiger, of a very large size. And he started roaring and jumping all over, running all over the place, whatever we had purchased and all that. And every day he did it for 5 days. And they got such a fright that took away their lock, stock and barrel, as you say, and everything. Their cattle and their everything they took away, tied it together, and all of them. They have also removed their huts, I am told. They are so frightened. And this tiger is nobody else but is Bhairav Nathji. He does that. And you know that St. George, who is working so very hard, nobody has seen a tiger there the last 30 years. And that area is not known at all for tigers. And such a big tiger, they said. So thank you very much. May God bless you. Also, there's a Commonwealth meeting going on, so better give Bandhan. Especially to our Indian Prime Minister, who is a realized soul. And they were telling me that all the terrorists have joined together to kill him. And our High Commissioner also. His wife told me that all the terrorists have arrived. Better?
Hope the tiger appears, Srima.
Do you know in London who rules? St. George. How dare anybody touch them? St. George rules there. So we don't need a tiger. It's all right. He's already there. Settle down.
Tiger burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burns the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer and what the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the Lamb make thee? And what showed shoulder, and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night.
Let's raise our attention to Sahasrara. And from Sahasrara, let's put our attention on Lord Mahavira at Bhakagya. Let's take the mantra Sri Mahavira. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahavira Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. This is the Mahavira Puja in 1982 in Nifad, which is near Nasik in Maharashtra. At the end, we can all sing Jerusalem.
Ishanadev, Ishanadev.
So the activity in Sahaja Yoga will start now. This is the right side.
Sahaya Santute Mama Saptadane Sate Stesha Jale Vridya Samauti Om Om Krom Rim Prashastavarna Sarvalaksha Sampurna Sayudha Savahana Sahavadu Chinna Sahaparivara Sarvadevagana Agacha Agacha Samvoshat Matra Tishta Tishta Tha Mama Sannito Bhavashat Sva Jaladikam Archanam Yuyam Atra Gruitanam Gruidvanam Om Bhurбhavasva Iti Purnarti Purnargam Samarpayam.
Bolo Nirmala Devi ki jai.
Now we have called all deities, all gods over here.
All the Dasha Dishas, you see, these are 10 gods, deities of the 10 directions.
शुद्धैनाति सुगन्धैन स्वच्छैन बहुलेन च स्नपनं क्षेत्रपालस्य तैलेन प्रकुरम्यं तैलेन तीर्थशुचि निर्मलपावनेन सिन्दूरसुन्दरभरेण विभूषणेन अर्घ्यं सद्गुडतिलश्च तमोदकेन क्षेत्राधिपं जिनसु सेवक समर्पयामि सिन्दूरे राणुकारे पीतवर्णे सुसम्भवे स्नपनं क्षेत्रपालस्य सिन्दूरे प्रकृतेन गन्धोदकेन पवित्रकृतोत्तमाङ्गा शुद्ध सम्यक्त्वादि द्वादश रत्नाकरा संगभार दुरंदरा राजसभा शृंगार सारा सदा गुरुवज्ञा प्रतिपालका इत्यादि अनेक गुणालंकृतानां श्रीमत् श्री कुंदेवाडी
कुंदेवाडी ग्रामस्थ
निफाड गावात कुंदेवाडी
क्षेत्रे
स्थानी शेतकी फार्मात निर्मला देवी माताजींचा जलाभिषेक
होतो. Now the Abhishek will start.
Antika.
The place is important to be mentioned when you say it, because for all the deities to be settled down. It's all abstract.
कुणाकडचा अभिषेक आहे हा हे सुद्धा त्याच्यात सांगावं लागतं.
सांगा सांगा.
आजी, त्यांचे आजोबा, त्यांचे वडील आणि ते
सगळे
आणि त्यांचे मुलं यांच्या घरातला हा अभिषेक आहे.
आणि सर्व
समवेत असं त्यांचं चाललेलं.
हो,
त्यांच्या संबंध घराण्याचा. यू आर रिप्रेझेंटिंग ऑल युअर फॅमिली, युअर फोर फादर्स, ऑल देअर रिलेशन, ऑल युअर कम्युनिटी,
नाही मोठी आहे ना.
all your countries, you are thinking of them. You are the nuclei, and they are praying for the well-being of all these.
जय बोलो निर्मला देवी की जय.
सुखालय कामदोहम मारार्तिकम तवैभोर अवतारयामि इति श्री मंगलार्तिकावतारम मंगलोद्धारणम करोमीति स्वाहा.
Now this is the desire that the whole world, three worlds should be auspicious, Mangalam.
बोला निर्मला माता की जय.
गुरु सर्व ग्राम नगर खेट करवट मठम पत्त द्रोण मुख संवाहानंदनम गुरु सर्व लोकानंदनम गुरु सर्व देशानंदनम गुरु सर्व यजमानानंदनम गुरु सर्व दुःख हन हन शीघ्रम शीघ्रम यत्सुखम त्रिशूलेषु व्याधिवर्जितम अभयं समारोग्य स्वस्तिरस्तु विद्यते शिवमस्तु कुलगोत्र धन धान्य सदास्तु चंद्र प्रभो वास पूज्य मलिवर्धमान पुष्पदंत शीतलं साक्षात् निर्मला देवी शांति मंत्र संपूर्ण समाप्तम. जय बोलो जगन्माता निर्मला देवी की जय. Such a beautiful word. Where
पूर्ण करशा.
they have said that what is to be removed. They have mentioned this is to be
कर्पूलोद्भव
removed.
सांद्र
The
चंदन
way we are,
प्राचुर्य शुभ्र
that must be removed, and all our bad habits must be removed, and our fears must be removed, our jealousies must be taken out, our all ahankara and all that should be removed, and whatever is to be done that will make us all the world full of joy, all the guests to be full of joy, all the families full of joy. This you do. Kuru Kuru means to do it. Sanskrit Kuru means to do. And then the end is काय शेवटी तिसऱ्या ह्याला पदाला काय म्हटलं तुम्ही?
शांत दुःख बिक्ख सगळं निवारण झालं.
झालं. मग नंतर दुसरं
पद
सुरू
पद
झालं.
कुठ 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 असं ते.
शीघ्रम शीघ्रम
कुलगोत्र
दुःख जाऊन सगळं सुख शांती.
You do it fast, and you must do it fast, and you must bring peace, and you must create a new world of. You must change the whole, transform the whole world. Lot of work for me.
धनधान्य तथाच धनधान्य तथाच.
And all the people should get sufficient food to eat, and every sort of badhas they have mentioned. It's beautiful, this one. आज शांती पाठ लिहून.
पूर्ण कलशाभिषेक.
पूर्ण कलशाभिषेक.
कर्पूरोल्बन सांद्र चंदन रस प्राचुर्य शुभ्र त्विषा सौरभ्य अधिक गंध लुब्ध मधुप श्रेणी सया श्रेष्ठया सद्या संगत गांग यामन महास्तोत्र विलास स्पृशा संदोदक धारया. There are three things which you should respect. Is a God, and then scriptures, and the Guru. So he's saying that three are all together in one person.
So we call her as Trigunatmika.
त्याच्यात टाकत तो. हे म्हणजे आता हे फक्त अर्घ दिलेले आहेत. अर्घ दिलेले आहे. त्याच्या अगोदर
Different things for different things they have offered. First is पहिलं काय?
Fruit.
पहिल्यांदा जल
Jal.
जन्म मृत्यू विनाशाय.
For taking us away from the birth and the death cycle. Water is given.
जन्म मृत्यू विनाशाय. गंधम निर्वपमोन.
And then
ताप संसार ताप विनाशाय.
Gandham.
गंधम.
For removing the heat of the universe. Heat in the sense that all the heat that comes out of heated behavior, violence, all these things, tapa, and that we feel so frustrated and everything. We give this fragrance of flowers.
आणि अक्षय सुखाची प्राप्ती होते. अक्षदम निर्वपामी ते.
And no, not flowers, but fragrance. That means some sort of a scent is applied. Then third one is to get a eternal life. We give you this akshata. Give us the qualities by which we take to eternal things and not to something that is very temporary. To get to that, we give you these akshatas, or this right.
कामबार विध्वंसनाय कामबार निशनाय पुष्पम निर्वपामि कामबार विनाशाय.
To get rid of our lust and greed, we give you the flower.
दीपम मोहनकार विनाशाय दीपम निर्वपामि.
See the way we get attached to things and how we get involved into people. To remove that darkness, we offer you this light.
अष्टकर्म धवनाय धूपम निर्वपामि.
And the way we get employed and involved into our 8 types of work, involved into it, so that we become the witness of the work we do and should feel that it's not we are doing anything but God doing the job. We offer you काय देतात त्याच्यासाठी
धूप. अष्टकर्म धवनाय धूपम.
काय म्हणावं इंग्लिश मध्ये
उदबत्तीला काय म्हणतात?
दिस इन्सेन्स अष्टकर्म झाल्या.
अष्टकर्म धवनाय धूप मोक्ष फल प्राप्त आहे फलम निर्वपामि.
And for getting moksha, we give you this fruit. Because it has become the fruit now. From the flower it has become the fruit. So to get the moksha, we give you the fruit. And especially this coconut is called as Shri Phala. It's the fruit of the goddess Shri.
कापूर का विजय देता?
Shri Mahasaraswati.
कापूर का विजय देता? आणि मग सर्व
To get eternal bliss of your feet, we offer everything put together. Narg, the last, complete bliss, all the time. That
तो पाया चढ स्वर्गाचा तो पाया चढ आंबा माझी जीवन बाग फुल आंबा माझी जीवन बाग फुल चारित्र्याचे पावित्र्याचे चारित्र्याचे पावित्र्याचे थुई थुई कारंजे थे उड थुई थुई कारंजे थे उड आंबा माझी जीवन बाग फुल आंबा माझी जीवन बाग फुल.
Achan matla, it's a beautiful song she sang to praying to the mother goddess that you make a garden out of my life and give me strength so that I could fight the lust, greed and jealousy and possessiveness, aggression. Give me strength to fight all these things within me. And
चारित्र्याचे पावित्र्याचे थुई थुई कारंजे
and give me character and also holiness within me. Give me character and holiness, auspiciousness by creating fountains of these qualities within me.
मारे अम्बा जगदम्बा तुम गोलो प्यारे तेरे मिटेंगे संकट सारे.
Should be solved. There's nothing else to be done.
Okay, so let's just meditate in Sahasrara.
Years have said that you don't have to do anything, you have to be just one with your mother and she solves all your problems. And when you die, nobody's going to come out with you but except that your mother's love because you have earned it through your good behavior.
Let's sing the Maha Mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Amen. Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasra Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Shri Nirmala Deve Namo Namaha. Bolo Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Ki Jai. We can continue sitting in meditation and play some music. Please feel free to meditate for as long as you like. Jai Shri Mataji.
ध्यान में रहे सहजी ध्यान में रहे सहजी
Thank you.